is good, you? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be going over and talking about the content coming to NBA 2K23 MyTEAM tomorrow. That is the end game Hakeem Olajuwon packs, or I'll phrase it as the end game Ben Simmons packs, because I think Ben Simmons is going to be right up there with Giannis as one of the top 2 point guards in my team. Now, before we dive any further into that, guys, you're new to the channel again, make sure to smash that subscribe button. People have been asking for Invincible Clyde for a long time. So I hate to say it like this, or I don't hate to say it. I'm glad we got Invincible Clyde. Clyde. I mean, it was a long time coming. So the fact that Clyde is finally here as an Invincible is absolutely incredible. But not only that, Clyde is base 6'7", so he's going to be able to play decent defense, obviously, as an Invincible. You got to hope he gets good SIGs. I'm guessing they might change at least the upper. We'll see. Clyde doesn't have the worst release. It's just not a release that is absolutely incredible, I would say, but it is solid enough in my team. Is Clyde anybody that I'm going to probably ever use? No. I mean, he's a fine point guard, shooting guard as an Invincible, but he's not like that next tier of good in my team. Invincible, Mo Bamba, the next card we need to talk about today, center power forward. Here's the deal, 7 feet tall, probably going to get an updated new release. What more do you want out of Mo Bamba? Honestly, he's 7 feet tall, going to play lanes. Obviously, if he could play the 3, he'd be even better because, again, he is pretty long, pretty lengthy. It's going to come down to his release. Is that simple for Mo. But even with that, guys, I can't see him being any better than a guy like Evan Mobley, right? And Evan Mobley is fine. He's good. But when you're comparing him to Tanaka and Yao, he is not much of anything. So out of the Invincibles, I mean, I would say both are mediocre. Neither of them are going to be top 30 cards in the game, anything like that. They'll be fine. They're decently fun to use. But again, nothing to really take away from that. Then we get to our shooting guards. And we can start with Scottie Pippen. So when we think of end games, who are some end games that are 6'8"? Okay, that's kind of what you got to think about, because basically all of the end games have these same SIGs, same animation. So some guys that are similar, gonna be similar to Scottie Pippen, is a guy like Jason Tatum. So if you really like Jason Tatum, you're probably gonna really like Scottie Pippen. I do feel like Scottie's player model is better than Jason Tatum's. So in that kind of category, Scottie Pippen is gonna have the edge. Everything else is probably gonna be similar to JT. It's kind of crazy. Scottie's had a pretty chic and good release all year long, and the fact that they're changing it, like, I get it. They've got to get all these cards end game releases. Like, I get it. I'm not saying it's that bad of a thing. But again, it's one of those things. I wish Scottie Pippen, I don't want to say wish it was Invincible, because we have Invincible Scottie Pippen, but I wish releases were a little more valuable. I mean, we're going to have how many end games at this stage, all of them having the same release. Like, yes, Scottie is cool, but again, it's not like he is the next level of good in my team. It's going to be very similar to a guy like Jason Tatum. Then we'll talk about Hakeem Olajuwon, who is 7 feet tall and he's big. So, I mean, Hakeem, when you see Hakeem and when you get Hakeem, he is literally basically going to be a copy and paste of what Joel Embiid is and Karl Anthony Towns. Now, with that being said, do I love or hate Joel Embiid? Do I love or hate Cat? I mean, they're both fine. Again, they're fine. You can use them. You can have some success with them. I mean, on my No Money Spend account, I'm running D-Rob. But I'll say it. I think D-Rob is better than all of those other guys. Hakeem's player model is wide. He's going to get you some good defensive animations, especially. And offensively, who knows? Depending on his weight, I don't know what his weight is, he could possibly move and groove in my team. Another guy that, if he got the small forward position, I mean, he'd be interesting. But 7 feet tall at the center power forward at this stage of my team just really isn't anything special. Like, we've got so many other cards that can do that it's just like, I mean, he's fine. He's Hakeem Olajuwon, and everybody's been wanting a Hakeem for quite some time. But it's just not like there's anything too special about him in general. Everybody, you know, again, everybody's been asking for Hakeem. I'm over here like, sure, if we got maybe a point guard, shooting guard out of position Hakeem, I'd be fine with it. But a center power forward Hakeem, the Tuesday after we got Taco and Yao, how is that supposed to really get me excited? That's the question I have to you guys. Because if it gets you excited, that's awesome. I'm happy for you. But how? That's really the big question I personally have. And then we got point guard Ben Simmons, who I probably am going to spend the longest time today talking about. So when I think of the point guard position, okay, especially tall point guards, you got Ben Simmons, you got Jokic. Those are your two tallest. And then obviously at 6'9", you got Magic, you got LeBron as well. But when we're talking about the tall of the tall, Ben, Giannis, Jokic, those are your top three. Now, here's the deal. Jokic can't do the misdirection behind the back. Ben Simmons will be able to. Who has a better player model? Giannis or Ben Simmons? Probably Giannis. Giannis has one of the best in the game, so that's kind of where I'm going with that. But with Ben Simmons, he's got a lefty release. And a lot of people might disagree with me, but I like lefty endgame bases more than righties. And it's a prime example with David Robinson, who I absolutely love on the No Money Spent Squad series. Now, could that just be luck? Could it be one of those things like, okay, well, that's just personal preference? Absolutely. And I'm agreeing with you guys. I don't know for sure if I'm right by saying all that. But again, when it comes down to it, guys, Ben Simmons is going to be one of the best point guards in the game. Every time we've got a Ben Simmons, he's been at the top. Hero Ben was one of the top two. We got the Galaxy Opal Ben, even though his three ball wasn't great, one of the top two. Endgame Ben, I'm expecting him to, again, be one of the top two. So, it's different than last drop, right? With the last drop with the 4 endgames, all 4 of those cards make the best squad in the game. There's only really one card here who I believe is going to make that best squad in the game, and that is Ben Simmons. Sure, Scottie Pippen could for some, it's personal preference. Hakeem, I don't think so. And with the Invincibles, I gotta say, I'm not super really excited about him. Like with Tim Thomas, I was excited. Ricky Davis didn't necessarily pan out as I wanted him to, but it still was somewhat exciting, the fact that we got a Ricky Davis who his pink diamond was absolutely elite for his time in my team. So obviously for the Invincibles, Clyde, maybe 2K will give everybody free Clyde. I don't know, for the trophy case, that probably won't happen. But I'm trying to be wishful thinking here, right? I'm trying to think about things optimistically. Obviously, it is what it is. The Invincibles coming tomorrow are nothing to write home about. That's gonna wrap it up for our video today, guys. I need to know down below in the comments which of these 3 endgames you guys are most excited about. And if it's not Ben Simmons, I wanna hear why. Because I do believe Ben Simmons is gonna be a top 2 or 3 point guard in the entire game. But drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.